also the essences of life and good net or. Now I have done a lot of talking, clearly. If we can have a mic down. Do we have one? Thank you. This is a fantastic panel up here. And while some of them are with us for the entire Peace Festival, some clearly with all the multiple important competing priorities that they have, may not have the time with us throughout the festival. This is your opportunity to engage with them in as meaningful a dialogue that you can with questions. But we'll let them go with a prompt, and I'm being told, and I know you've got the humongous wealth of knowledge and experience that's absorbed right here amongst all of you all. But if we can keep it at 3-minute stops, and I'm going to put Ali on the spot with your views on women's empowerment as a young woman who's clearly shaping lives and boundaries, I would say.
Thank you so much, Devji. And I think I would really like to begin with this, that it's a great honor to share this panel with these all distinguished personalities from all over the world, and particularly Ma'am Iron Sharmila. I have been following her struggle for the last so many years through a friend in Delhi. Her name is Devika Mittal, and she's convener of a campaign called Save Sharmila campaign. And I was thoroughly inspired by her non-violent struggle against the human rights violation, and I never thought I would have this opportunity to share this panel with her. It's a very, very big time. And to come to the point, and I think it's very common thing to hear in almost all countries of the world, that when you educate a girl, you educate the whole nation, and you empower the whole nation. And I think educating a girl has a very ripple, positive effect on a whole country and a community. And also coming from the Ismaili Muslim sect, I would also like to quote the Aga Khan III, whose name is Sultan Muhammad Shah, and from the prior to 1947, he was a very staunch Indian nationalist, and who said that if you have two children, and one of them is a daughter, son, and you can to educate only one of them, so you should educate your girl and not your son. And I think that when a girl is educated, it helps through a lot of societal, it helps us solve a lot of societal problems coming from gender inequality, early marriages and forced marriages and poverty reduction, and I think it's almost 3 minutes.
Thank you, Ali. You've clearly set the tone, deep, meaningful, and on time. Thank you so much. If we could move the mic to your left to Bernie, and with his smile we can have his thoughts on green citizens, given all that you've done for the environment, from both the violence perspective as well as what you do with peace.
Namaste. I am most happy to be here, thanks to a judge in the United States who allowed me to come, deal with justice and peace, because I did a civil disobedience to stop nuclear weapons in the United States. I only want to say, I'm inviting you, each of you, all of us, to learn from Gandhi and all the other great people that Gandhi learned from. I am giving each of you a copy of this Gandhi, universal inspiration, grist for meditation, scenarios of discovering and living experiments in truth and love. For the last 14 years, I portray Gandhi. This script has evolved with more and more insights every day almost about living and experimenting with truth. 6 scenes I developed in this, and I invite you to study them, to meditate on them, to live them, and find in yourself your own distinct gift of love and truth for humanity, was shared so deeply here next to me. This is trivia from me, newly published, 14 years. I've been working on peace since the 60s. I've been working for nuclear abolition since 1974. And I've been studying human motivation in violence and nonviolence for the last 25 years. I would present this whole act for you given an opportunity. But I want to conclude remembering Gandhi. Just before India's independence, Gandhi found himself high and dry. Lord Mountbatten did not take a suggestion to keep India from being divided between Muslims and Hindus. The Indian National Congress did not support Gandhi in his seeking this. And Ali Jinnah, the leader of the Muslim League, could not agree with Gandhi. And Gandhi found himself alone. So what did he do? He went to Bihar. He went to Calcutta and Bengal to stop the killing of Muslims by Hindus and Hindus by Muslims. Do or die was Gandhi's motto, in that going alone to see if his way of nonviolence, his experimenting with nonviolence, would do it. And he stopped the killing in Calcutta with the fast to the death. He stopped the killing in Delhi with the fast to the death just before assassination. So I will conclude this with the song he sung from the poet laureate of India, Rabindranath Tagore, Walk Alone. If they turn away, walk alone. If they are afraid and mutely turn to the wall, O thou of evil luck, speak alone. If they do not join you, hurt you when crossing the way, with the trouble, with the thunder clap of pain, ignite thine own heart and let it burn alone. Namaste.
I'm really honored to be invited here today. It's really amazing to see so many young people gathered together in one place working toward the same goals, one peaceful world. Well, when I was initially invited, I peace still in its early days. I reconsidered for a key reason. Peace is not a regional demand. and it is needed internationally, now more than ever. As we all can see that the instability is not affecting only Libya or the Middle East, but the whole world. So it was like our responsibility, as we are the spark of peace, which is you, me, and everyone who make what society is today, to discard our grudges and put aside the differences and join forces to avoid conflict at all costs and maintain peace for the prosperity and development. Just as the great Mahatma Gandhi dedicated his life to the pursuit of peace and did so in completely non-violent means. We have such an awesome opportunity to inspire change toward inclusive citizenship for nurturing a global culture of peace and non-violence. Well, I am greatly honored that I have worked for the restoration of peace in my country, Libya, as during the times of war, like in the last 5 years, my country has been overwhelmed with turmoil and many kinds of violence. During these times of war, I was working as a healthcare provider, treating those injured individuals from the war. At every opportunity, we did all that was possible, ensuring to provide the possible medical assistance that could be offered in those situations. We also facing the challenges of the shortage in medical staff and medical resources by educating non-medical volunteers at that time of great need. I was one of them because I was graduated, and you are treating, because as doctors, pediatrician, and then you are working in an emergency department because there's only 2 doctors. And we're talking about a gush of individual patients. It's not like 20 emergency at night. The number varies from 20 to 60, sometimes at the same night. So 2 or 3 doctors could not make a change. And every effort could lead to change in that situation.
Thank you, Dr. Elvin. Again, transformative change and tough choices go hand in hand.
All right. So, global citizenship education. You are here at an international platform where we are all together united to promote peace, irrelevant where we come from, which country, race, religion, or age for that matter. Don't you all agree? Yes or no? Yes. Oh, come on, I want to have a two-way conversation, not one-way. You're supposed to be teaching us how to carry this forward. Come on, we have many youth leaders, or leaders for that matter. So you should tell us what we should do in order to carry that forward, right? Yes? Yes. All right. Just for your information, today, more than 1.5 billion people live in countries affected by fragility and conflict. Do you know that? Are you part of that statistics? Please, if so, raise your hand. I thank you for being here. Even though you are going through all of this, you are part of promoting peace. And hopefully with all the projects that we will initially adopt during our sessions, you will make a difference in your country. But like my colleagues said earlier on different ways, they have tried to promote peace. And being a global citizen, it's your duty to do so. It is up to you now to carry that message back to your community, to your peers, to your country, to your region, and even at international level, because you are the leaders of today. You are the global citizen. You should share that knowledge at every level because you are young. You have the energy. Like my colleague was saying earlier on, you are the mirror the positivity, the hope. So show everyone else that it's possible to be in the same room. It doesn't matter where you come from, or what religion you are, or what political view you have, or what do you want to eat for that matter. We all are humans, but what is the most important thing is to be united and enjoy our differences, because end of the day, we are all one. I thank you.
If we could just move that right, the mic is, we have another one, thanks, we have a change here. Kenyan, can I put you on the spot with, it's not working? Alright, you could just move it up. I like the flow of the mic and the flow of the conversations going parallel across generations, continents, and gender, thankfully. As a pioneer organization in Israel that is fostering volunteering, can you share your thoughts on volunteering involved in making citizenry more aware of peace, transformative change?
Thank you. I promote and I organize a day that's called Good Deeds Day. The idea is to bring together people doing good on the same day. When I see how we can promote peace, and one of the struggles and challenges in peace, that some people don't know other people, some people don't know their neighbors, some people are afraid of the neighbors, not only because they don't know them. I think through volunteering and acts of volunteering, we can bring people together. Two people that don't know each other, maybe from different backgrounds, go together to volunteer in a third party. They can learn, everybody can learn about me and my neighbor and the place I come to volunteer. And I think when we're looking, and I understand from the opening remarks, that we are looking for activities to promote peace. One of the ideas that I promote is doing peace. So doing by volunteer acts, doing by good deeds acts. So like this we can do it together, and the end game will be peace in the end. And we will do it through volunteering good acts. We know today that Good Deeds Day that started in Israel, and I'm sure most of you know that Israel is a place of conflict. And we brought in Israel everybody together, the Jewish and the Muslim, and the Christians, and the Arabs from the north, and the Jews from the south, and everybody is together there, doing around one idea of doing good. And we see it also around the world. Today we have 75 countries participating in Good Deeds Day. Some countries that acknowledge Israel, and some countries don't acknowledge Israel. But it's not an important where it comes from. It's important what the idea is. And if we can together, work together in bringing peace through doing good, I think this is a great challenge for us, and I think this is a great way, one of the ways, there's a lot of ways, but one of the ways of bringing peace around the world. Thank you.
Thanks, Kenyan. And David, you've been making exhaustive notes. I can't help but ask you to conclude the panel. I'm already in tremendous awe of this panel, huge amount of respect, but I only love you even more for keeping up with the time that we've been allowed. David, all yours to conclude the panel.
Thank you. Namaskar, namaste, Amjambo, whatever part of the world you're from, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We're one family under God, we're one family under each of you. I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Markandeep Rai and his wife. They were chief guests before from World UN Habitat. He works with Chief Guru in our little leadership council. If you could stand up. We heard the idea of Gandhi at the beginning. That launched a great global revolution of nonviolence, be the change. Each of you are a patch quilt of beauty around the planet. We ended up hearing about translating that into deeds and service. We have people who got very touched from the Middle East, Libya, Syria, Kashmir, Pakistan. You know, the kind of love force that Gandhi envisioned, and by being crushed, Dr. King used to always quote him, "Truth crushed will rise. Unearned suffering is redemptive." And each act of service indeed can be mounted into a global force for good. So thank you, each from your countries, your beautiful patch quilts of activism and action. I just came here by way of Nairobi. They are also gearing up a peace campaign every several years. They've had violence, but 3 years ago, Dr. Rai, we were there with 2,000 young people that forswore violence across tribes, across faiths, and indeed they had contested elections, but they were peaceful. And we could see the transformative power, as we heard here, of you taking action in any one of our global hotspots. After here, I'll go on to Nepal, where before the earthquake, they met, like you're meeting here today, talked about mounting a volunteer corps, then tragedy struck, and those same youth were a 2,000 youth force called Rise Nepal. And then they had other controversies around a new election, but young people rose up and transformed that debate. So as Idiola said, I think young people putting this forward, particularly as we face the 2030 agenda, I noticed in the program, the 2030 goals, every nation has signed on to a global compact to deal with climate, to deal with peace, to deal with these 17 goals. Each of you in this room, I want to suggest, have models in your own backyard as you come up with your actions in these 5 areas at this conference and take them forward in the next 3 months. I had a saying at a conference at the World Bank a few weeks ago. I called it the power of zero because a colleague of mine that helped work on the UNDP task force on these goals said there were actually no models at the time these were formulated. Now that's a very negative statement. I found it to be a very positive statement to you, a very charge to each of you that those models will be formulated in these 5 areas, in your projects, as you step forward from here. You're joined by many forces for good. In Africa, they have an Africa Peace Service Corps of their own Peace Corps that Africans created. In Asia, I'll go on to Bangkok, where UN Asia is working with Global Peace Foundation that I work with, and UNESCAP to support in every corner of Asia a service alliance. So I think we're seeing an alliance. I really value USADA and this Global Youth Peace Festival now 11 years. The track record you built, indeed, is a Gandhian force for good. I really promote, I don't know if he's here, promoting you here yet, but he is my Gandhi hero because of the way you laid down your lives in this thing now for a generation, really, here at Global Youth Peace Festival. So I hope that 2030 charge on climate, on green service, on working with girls in education. We have a clean water campaign here in India, Swachh Graha, that you hear more about, I think, on the last day. A colleague from Mumbai will come up, but Clean India, Clean World campaign dealing with toilets, education, hygiene. In any one of these actionable areas, medical we've heard about today, whether it's even simple as planting, and I think even hugging trees we've been asked to do, you can be a force for this bigger idea. Dream big and act small through acts of service. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Now I know a mic's floating around in the auditorium, but you know these things that come from behind and just holding it out. So I'm afraid we're going to have to pause the conversation from this end. But again, from my vantage point, I see continents, practically everyone barring Antarctica. Who knows, next year we'll get somebody from the North Pole or South Pole. But this is an auditorium that flows across continents, that flows across latitudes and longitudes. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I would urge you to keep these conversations going. On this note, we're going to introduce the peace symbol. This is something that was made with the soil and water of the countries I'm going to read out now. In 2013, this was made with soil and water from Afghanistan, Azerbaijan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Brazil, China, Egypt, France, India, Indonesia, Iran, Kazakhstan, Maldives, Mauritius, Nepal, Nigeria, Pakistan, the Philippines, Russia, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Uganda, and the United States of America. I hope next year we'll have even more diversity with soil and water. If your country wasn't listed here, come back next year with soil and water and we'll put that in. But for all of these and all the countries in the earth that we inhabit, a round of applause, and for these ladies and gentlemen up here. So we have the peace symbol coming up. So if I could ask Iron to please honor the other dignitaries with the peace symbol. beginning with Bernie. You can have it. If we could have Alia next. David. Dr. Elvin. Idiola Pashori. Finally, Katie. Bernie, if I could request you to do the honors for items. Power has gone out. The power is right here. So can we have some applause? I don't think
No, my struggle, no any kind of honor. But I just want today's audience is just lobby the concerned government to repeal this draconian law of which I had been struggling with non-violent means for the last 16 years through nasal feeding without a single drop of water in my mouth. That's why what I really want now is not honor. What I really want is the support, the moral support, the pressure, the concerned government, to the democratic government of India to repeal this draconian law from the soil of the world in this age of civilization. And I just want to influence the whole youth of the world to join your hands, to connect your hearts, to make a peaceful, meaningful world, and to eradicate any horrible laws to govern using any draconian law to govern people is absolutely contradictory to this age of civilization. That's why, with our conscience, with our loving kindness, we need to change the administrative system of the world so as to eradicate any artificial kinds of conflicts, threats, killings, the kind of untoward happenings in this world. And in this age of nuclear, we need that very unartificial, that very positive force, that very divine nuclear fusion to bombard the world, to fire, to burn all these negative and destructive instincts of this age of computer. We need to sense our consciousness of living as a human. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. And while I know you've requested us to not honor you, my sisters from Pakistan, Alia, and all the other sisters want to offer Pakistani Sindhi Ajrak to you and to Bernie. So I will leave it to you to take this forward in the way you want it. So two more sisters from Pakistan up on stage is Alia's request. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We've been in this auditorium for a while. We're having a 10-minute break. See you on the other side.
मेरे हिसाब से बंद करने की जरूरत होती नहीं मैं वैसे बता रहा हूँ मुझे वैसे तो मुकाबला ही है
collected from the stage.
पता नहीं क्या बोल रहा है। ये कब तक चलेगा?
Okay, everyone, please settle down. Thank you. Back to your seat. Thank you. Quickly, quickly. We need to start the session quickly.
Everybody. I'll say 1, 2, 3, clap, and you clap. Okay? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold your one here. Pitch की भर दीजिए कुछ लोग आगे. Dum dum dum. Dum 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 dum. Awesome. Okay. Now, कई बार हमको बहुत सारे काम एक साथ करने पड़ते हैं. So now, कितने हो गए? 2 actions. Okay. Now, third one. Okay. So your details. Left, center, right. Right, center, left, center, right. Okay? Okay, so we do it together. Okay, 1, 2, 3, start. Dum dum dee 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 dum dum dee dee dum dum dee 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 dum dum dee dee dum dum dee dee dum dum dum. Okay, thank you.
Right from Dum Dum DB, can we move on to Much to Be? Is that fine? Thank you. I see smiles and I see anxiety and I see what's coming up next, so I won't keep you waiting for too long. On the dais with Iron Sharmila, we have Mr. Anurag Agarwal, Home Secretary cum Secretary, Tourism, Chandigarh Administration. Mr. Agarwal has been a checkered IAS officer in this country, held various important positions and is taking Chandigarh to be the city that we've come to love over the years and has always welcomed us with so much love, joy and graciousness. It's always a pleasure to be in this city. This comes from somebody who's from Mumbai. There are a couple of people here from Mumbai. So we love coming here all the time. I would love to call upon stage another gracious host who I have had the opportunity to get to know really well in the last few days. This is from your wisdom, so if you can come us and give us a welcome address, sir, please. Okay. Are you still with me? Yes. Are we lost in the darkness of hearing out? Thank you. I would also request Mr. Shamim Malik, State Retail Sales Manager, partner, and our gracious donor to be on stage. As we engage with power fluctuations, no one better than Shri Santosh Kumar, somebody who was on stage not too long back and with whom I've been having incomplete conversations, so you know who you are, Dr. Elvin from Libya, Tripoli, please. Alia, since you don't have a seat in the auditorium and you're standing in the aisle, there is an unfortunate trigger in Taiwan, which is a typhoon, as a result of which I think this is another unfortunate trigger, but we keep going. We do not have Julie Shin with us here today because of the typhoon, and she is engaged with relief efforts back in Taiwan. So I would request the CEO of Canadian Song and Julie, thank you. And how many people here want to play hide and seek with this powerful situation? I just hope, irrespective of what the triggers are, just as in real life, we can keep our focus, we can keep our tough choices, as mentioned by someone out there, on whoever comes here and up on stage. With great pleasure, our gracious host, Principal Tej Krishan Razdan, who's loved, I think now, by more than just his students, because we all love him for offering us this fantastic campus, and we're not done with the day here. We're going to come back and trouble him a little more. I've done that a couple of times in the last few days without taking any more time. Sir, please.
Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, distinguished guests, and the youth of the world present in the audience. I, on behalf of the Chandigarh Institute of Hotel Management, welcome you all for today's function. Today, on the occasion of 11th Global Youth Peace Festival, it gives me a great pleasure and pride to be the host for the inaugural function. No wonder she is known as the Iron Lady, participating for spreading the message of global peace. I extend my heartfelt welcome to all the participants for their effort for promoting peace in the world, the goal of peace around the world. My pride and pleasure is enhanced manifold when I see children from various colleges and schools of Chandigarh who are here present today in the audience to listen and spread the message of peace given by Ms. Sharmila and many other distinguished speakers. Mr. Pramod Sharma, who is the founder of Clipsata and is with us here today, is the prime force for organizing today's function. I would like to thank him from the bottom of my heart for initiating and promoting the noble cause of peace. I would also like to thank respected Home Secretary and Secretary Tourism and the Honorable Chairman of this institute, who was very kind enough to repose his trust in us for holding this international conference here. Thank you very much, sir. Now I'll hand over the mic to the Chief Coordinator, Mr. Dev, and thank you all. Enjoy the program. Thank you very much.
I think the trust is just flowing. You're trusting us. I think somebody trusted you, and we are hopefully not going to leave this auditorium with litter or this campus with litter. Thank you so much, Razdan sir, for offering us this wonderful space. We're extremely grateful. I'm catching my breath, let me be honest, because there is such energy over here. I'm getting a little overwhelmed. What we've gotten to know and we've had the opportunity to interact with at least one is the winner of a Global Youth Icon Award, which is Idiola, sitting here amongst us. These awards were instituted last year, 2015, and on stage are the 4 winners this year. In alphabetical order of the countries of the winners, you could shift your attention for a moment, for the next 8 minutes or so from the stage. If we have a power fluctuation, we know our prompt. Let's keep our choice tough and stay focused. Beginning with Shri Santosh Kumar.
Thank you, Sapta, and all the people present here. I don't think I'm that figure that I received this kind of award, but thankful to you, Sapta, that you have considered me for this kind of award. In fact, I am a government servant, and as a part of the government duty, I am performing my duty. So it cannot be compared with the other people who are here, who are doing one voluntarily. So it is my duty, and I am performing my duty. But still, thank you, Sapta, for this. Thank you.
Our next presentation is up for Dr. Fahil Elbum. It's just a presentation, so Dr. Elbum, you can sit easy. Thank you. All of your good work is being shared with the audience in these moments of silence, so they can absorb everything that's happening in your life back in Lebanon. Moving on, looking into the efforts of Alia Harir from Pakistan. And our fourth Global Icon Award winner, Julie Shen. an auditorium, sorry, filled with so many people. This was a fantastic juxtaposition of population versus silence. And I think reflection, possibly deep conversations and action speaking stronger than words was playing out right here. Verbal words clearly, not the written one. There was a lot of those out there. I would invite Mr. Agarwal to come share his thoughts after having shared his city with us on so many occasions. Mr. Agarwal.
Dignitaries on the dais and invited guests and young friends from all over the world, members of USATA and all other non-government organizations, global organizations who are present over here. At first, I extend a very, very warm welcome to all the visitors for coming to Chandigarh from the side of Chandigarh administration, from the side of residents of this beautiful city, from the earth and the beautiful pure air from the sunshine of this city. I am sure during your 4-day stay in Chandigarh, you will really enjoy every moment. This city is a very different city than any other city, not only in India, but globally. Chandigarh is a showcase city for urban planning and development. I do not know whether all of you will be going to various places in Chandigarh. Pramodji, they have a sightseeing tour of Chandigarh. This city is an icon of new India. It's an icon of resurgent India. When India became independent in 1947, our first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru said that we have to make a new capital for the state of Punjab, and let this new capital be an icon of resurgent India. Let it be completely unfettered by the traditions of the past, and that's why he located an architect and town planner who was breaking all the traditions, all the classical images of town planning and architecture at that time. And as you see, Chandigarh is very different. Most beautiful buildings in Chandigarh have nothing to do with the Indian style of architecture or colonial style of architecture or European style of architecture. It is completely new, but it has the spirit of India everywhere. If you go to any one of the prominent buildings which were created by Le Corbusier, you will find Indian motifs spread over all the buildings. You will be able to see a snake, a goat, I mean so many things, so many sights which are so common in India. So this is a beautiful city. I have no intention of giving an introductory lecture about our city beautiful and about, I'm sure when you will go on the sightseeing tour of the city, you will enjoy the city quite a lot. It is one of the greenest places in the country. It has got almost 40% plus of its land area is under green cover. It is, as it was mentioned, we are trying to convert it into a model solar city also. As we talk in this auditorium, as we talk in the campus of this Institute of Photo Management, the solar panels on the roof are producing non-polluted form of energy, solar energy. So it is known for its solar energy, it's known for its greenery, it's known for its unique town planning, it's known for its unique architecture. I am sure you will thoroughly enjoy it during your stay in this city. I also congratulate USATA for continuously organizing such a beautiful confluence of young minds from all over the world. We say that, in Hindi we say कि जो ख्वाब देखता है वही उन्हें पाता है. The one who dares to dream achieves them. So somebody who is without a dream, who is without a huge task set before him, cannot achieve anything. So this small NGO from Chandigarh, USATA, dreaming of calling young people, young persons from all over the world and making them sit together and talk about global peace, it's a big dream which must have been seen by them many years. And this dream they are sustaining repeatedly year over year. It's a matter of great pride for Chandigarh that we have people who, without any government support, without any financial help, plan or non-plan funding from the government, is organizing such a large-scale event, is involved in bringing people from all over the world. It makes us feel pride, and we are proud of USATA, the organizers of this event. Having said that, having said the preliminary welcome message and obviously appreciating the work done by USATA, I feel that the topic of this conference is the most relevant topic that can be discussed today. When we talk about peace, nobody, none of us present in this hall can say that there is peace in this world. It's not there. It's not there in any part of the world. Whole of the world is burning and there are conflicts. Every region in the world is having tremendous amount of conflicts. And the leadership is making an effort to contain that conflict. They have been making this effort for ages. So now what is the importance of youth in that conflict situation and how we can help, young people can help and can play a role in bringing peace to this beautiful planet. I think what I am saying is a bit of understatement. You don't have a role to play, you have the role to play. The young people in this world are the torch bearers. They are full of energy. You see, when we talk about, what do you want from God? Suppose God appears before you and He says, what do you want? You are granted one wish. So, most of the time, a person will like to be young again. He will like to be like you, in the prime of his age. Why? Because youthfulness is epitome of energy. You have tremendous amount of energy and tremendous amount of capacity, tremendous amount of youthfulness gives you a bright thinking process. Now those are the indicators of youth, and undoubtedly youth can do what cannot be done by elder leaders in this world. So getting together of young minds from all over the world is a very, very meaningful step towards promoting global peace. What is required for that is to have faith. To have faith in yourself, to have faith in the destiny of this world. That is very important. Nowadays, many elder people who have spent a lot of time think that there is no future of this world. Peace has no future. The world is going to be like this. It's going to be divided into areas of conflict. There is going to be war in some part of the world or other. But that is not the proper way in which I am sure most of you sitting over here think, because you are working or you are associated in promoting peace on this planet in one way or other. Like, I would like to draw a correlation between what India can give to the world. I do not know how many of you have heard of yoga or you actually practice yoga. India is a spiritual country. India is a country which can promote message of peace and spiritualness to the entire world. Our Honorable Prime Minister, through celebration of yoga, is in a way promoting world peace. Now what happens? If the peace descends on every individual, if every individual is at peace within oneself, if you are at peace with yourself, then the likelihood of global peace goes many folds. It increases many folds. If we are at peace with ourselves, so the objective at first place should be to spread the message of peace within the individuals of this world. We don't need to go to conflict zones, and we don't need to try and mediate between the warring factions and ask them to bring peace. Even the effort of instilling peace within every person of the society through whatever means. I am not saying that I am not an advocate for the Indian spiritual practices, but I am definitely an advocate for the fact that individual peace can only lead to global peace. So if we are at peace with ourselves, that will promote global peace. So I am sure all of you must be, you need to be at peace with yourself. You need to have faith in yourself. You need to have faith in the direction that this world is going to take. If you have these basic ingredients, then there is nothing which stops the whole world to attain a great peaceful status. I would not like to spend too much of time because all of you are going to deliberate work in the area of peace, but definitely by looking at all the faces who are present over here, the young people from different continents, different parts of the world, inspires a lot of confidence. I am quite confident that if the young people take the mantle of promoting peace in this world, there is nothing which can stop this world from becoming an eternally peaceful place. And believe me, eternally converting this whole world, converting this earth into an eternally peaceful place is possible. It's not a dream. It's not a dream. The conflict will come to an end. The unrest will come to an end. We all need to be at peace with ourselves, and we all need to be at peace with the rest of the world. Thank you very much. Once again, I wish you a very, very happy Spring.
Mr. Agarwal, thank you so much for sharing ingredients. I can't help but think on a campus which is about catering, hospitality and management, the ingredients of a good dish called life have been shared with us, and we will definitely take cognizance, as we're also taking cognizance of this great city that you've shaped and developed into what it has come to be of today. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, this morning some of you were up early in your thoughts and still in your bed, and some of you were up early doing yoga. That was out of your bed. all of us now are going to produce some kinetic energy, because what's coming up next is the Global Youth Icon Awards. And the kinetic energy I'm referring to is the one that you will generate by... Can somebody give me a demonstration of a good clap? Thank you. So, if I can request Dr. Markandeya Rai and Iram Sharbila to first begin with Shri Santosh Kumar, and also call up Anu Jain, Chief Manager Finance, Gold Partner Servo Lubricants, for our first Global Youth Icon Award 2016. Santosh Kumar. Mr. Agarwal, if we can also have you join. Shri Santosh Kumar. Thank you, Santoshi. If I could call upon next Dr. Elvin, and please request the dignitaries to stay. We have three more to give away. Dr. Elvin from Tripoli, Libya. Alia Halim from Pakistan. Kaden Rabino on behalf of Julie Shen from Taiwan. Moving on, if we could just again hold. There is a whole slew of awards. I'm going to request you to stay a little more. If Mr. Agarwal can please felicitate Iram Sharmila ji. Next, Dr. Markandeya Rai. For Dr. Markandeya Rai, if we can hold you for a minute, we have got something special for you here. Dr. Rai, if I can just call you, because if we can have you do the honors back to Mr. Agarwal. Thank you. If we can have on stage Sister Mary from Carmel Convent School, and if I can request Dr. Rai to just stay for a minute. For a minute more till we have Sister Mary on stage. Yes, just for a minute.
नीरज जी का है, नीरज शर्मा हुआ है ओपनिंग से लगे।
And if we can have Anu Jain up, because for Santosh Kumar ji we have a special felicitation from Indian Oil Corporation. The Gandhi canvas sketches that all of you had a glimpse of were made by noted artist Sandeep Joshi. And with this, I would request Dr. Markandeya Rai to please come take stage and conclude with your word of thanks, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon. No, look like that people are a bit tired and maybe jet lag is working still. Good afternoon. Namaskar. Thank you. Thank you. Distinguished guests on the dais, honorable my brothers and sisters in the audience, I think it is a great honor and privilege for me to present vote of thanks for all of you. I think both are complementary. A panel can't be successful or the dais can't be successful unless there is an audience, and audience can't be without the speakers and on the dais. You heard all of them. And I like this speech most of since morning because it was very inspiring. And Mr. Agarwal says, "Khwab dekhne ke baad," dream. I will aid in that one, that is a big saying that a person see a dream, it is a dream. But 1,000 people see the dream together, it becomes the reality. Here, we are seeing the dream today for a better world, for a peaceful world. And peace, the way he mentioned, peace begins from you. It is you who can promote peace, and first you should be the peaceful. I think we can't wait for past and to criticize past and to complain past. Past is past, it is history. We can learn some lesson from there, but no complaints about that one. Present is present, it is gift. We have to live in today, and we have to see that what we can deliver to the world today. And you know that future is mystery. I am sure that I will tell today, no, you have the key for the future. If today you work, do your sincere duty, you can have the key to unlock the future. And time has come when the whole world is looking towards you. You means youth. And you know, everybody is youth, including all of us are youth. The youth definition is different. Somebody says that from 12 to 29, somebody talks about below 30, some 25, forget about that one. Anybody in the world who want to learn something, who want to acquire new knowledge is youth, is young. Let us build a team together. It was mentioned Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or one family. We have to make sure that we work on that one. Now the time in 21st century is not for dialogue or discussion or anything. We have done enough discussion in last century. We had number of summits from environment to the women empowerment about youth, and you know that youth has proven force, proven energy, the way our Home Secretary Mr. Agarwal mentioned, youth is energy. I will add one thing in that one. Youth is positive energy. Till when we are talking about Arab Spring, and I am thankful that Dr. Ahmed, he corrected me, the spelling whatever is, but he said that his name is Amin. So Amin, you know that in every language it is accepted, surrender to God. And only one message Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or maybe we can say that we are one. I think it is time has come when I am concluding. Let us learn, let us accept one thing. Everybody will say with me, we are one. We are one. We are one. And from today onward, everybody is ambassador of peace. And the way it was mentioned by the panelists, the speakers, peace begins from you. You have to be peaceful to promote peace in your family, in the society, in the country, and in the whole world. I think why I said youth is a positive energy, because few years before, every country was complaining about youth. And when Arab Spring, I don't like spring, it was not Arab Spring. It was the change which started from Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, and number of other countries, where youth without leader, using the IT technology, youth change the power, youth change the leaders in those countries. And that one I see youth is a positive energy. And I promoted this one from Asia Pacific Ministers Conference in 2012 in Amman, Jordan. And whole world later on recognized with a resolution in UN Habitat in 2013 that youth is positive energy. It is a big loss for any country and society if we don't use youth power in a constructive manner from the beginning of planning and implementation of agendas and the policy. And that's why the current UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon has only two motives. He is ending his term in December this year, and he has two agendas, the most important agenda in this term. Nothing more than that one, youth and voluntary. And that's why when last year Sustainable Development Goals were adopted by more than 140 head of the states in New York in September last, he is promoting everywhere that youth people are at the heart of many of the today's challenges. And the Sustainable Development Goals can't be achieved unless youth take the ownership of it. So take the ownership from today. Out of 169 targets in Sustainable Development Goals, which are 17 in number, 65 are directly concerned to the youth. Half of the humanity is young. You can turn the globe around. Please realize your power, work from wherever you are, and make sure that whatever complaints are coming in terms of poverty, in the term of women empowerment, in the term of youth engagement, youth livelihood, youth employment, or environment, or sustainable development, or you can say the global partnership. Please take the lead. Future is yours. Present is yours. And you are the leader of today and tomorrow. I will stop here, not mentioning much, but I will mention only one thing. One of the greatest summit of the world after adoption of the Sustainable Development Goal last year, September, is taking place from 17 to 20 October in Quito, Ecuador. Topic is housing and sustainable urban development. That is the first summit which is taking place after adoption of Sustainable Development Goals. Youth are needed there. We have the different programs from, this is not UN Habitat program, this is the World Summit, and more than 100 head of the states, including our Prime Minister from India, is expected to be there from 17 to 20 October. Majority of youth should definitely register, still there is time. You can register and please come. I am the one who is organizing one of the session on interfaith to empower youth and sustainable development. You are most welcome to be one of the speakers in my session, and there are many other programs also for youth there. You have to have a voice because the agenda which will come from that conference will be called New Urban Agenda, and that will last for 20 years to come. Santosh Kumar ji here, he has a model, and now the Prime Minister and Government of India is projecting his solar energy project which he has demonstrated in Chandigarh. I think there are so many things India can demonstrate, and you all can demonstrate and champion there to see that the new urban agenda, youth has a say and youth is taking lead in that one, because coming 20 years will be new urban agenda. World is urbanizing, half of the population is going towards urban already, and more than 75% population by 2030 will be urban. So everything, all the battle will fought in urban areas, and your say is most important to see that how youth can be engaged, empowered, and to see that youth can be having a meaningful involvement in the decision making process. I think I should thank all of you for your patience, and let me stop here. We will talk more, but let us start seeing the trip together as one family. That will create atmosphere in the world where peace and everything will come already. Everywhere the conflict is identity based, and you are the one who can remove that one to eradicate the conflict from the world and to promote a peaceful world, a sustainable world, and a greener and safer world from environmental, from all point of view. Thank you so much for your patience.
Thank you, Doctor. I'm always a pleasure to hear your words. We have an excited set of young women sitting right there. For those of you that have been here before, you know the magic of their seniors because they would be in college now, for the ones who had come a few years back. Thank you, dignitaries on stage. One, for your time. Two, for the graciousness of people who are from Chandigarh for inviting us, hosting us for successive years. And three, across the board to all of you, the massive, massive inspiration that you are to everybody in this auditorium, with all that you do with your lives individually and as a collective, as a group. This is the best panel we could have asked for to come here for the last segment of day one. Thank you very much. If I could request you to make space for those wonderful women who are going to come up and take stage. Now with just the drums, in a few years with the awards too. Thank you. So as we get the stage cleared, I can't help but think there is a bunch of sisters from Pakistan, 19, do I get that number right? Somebody please correct me, is that 19? And a brother. Afzal is feeling left out there. But this was about women, and then there is all these young women from India. How powerful is this? That we let our sisters, and we let our daughters, and we let our mothers to lead the way. How powerful is this? And all the other women that are here in this auditorium. So, I'm not going to take too much time. I don't want to be the only man on this stage. That would be a disrespect to all these wonderful young women over here. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, coming up next is the National Anthem of India. Thank you very much.
अच्छा कर रहे तो अच्छा ही है।
Now I will proceed for the lunch downstairs and delegates to wait here.
I repeat what he said. Our dignitaries are moving out of the auditorium. So as they do the proceedings, we sit here, and after they leave from here, then we join each other for lunch and chit chat. Right? I request the girls to stay on the stage, please. Also one request, if we can felicitate the proceedings to leave the auditorium one row at a time, so that will be really appreciated. Now the girls can move in, please.
हाँ ये भी कर देंगे और सिक्का देगा अच्छे सिक्के देते हैं यार मतलब दूध को नहीं देते नहीं तो तब पूरे नहीं है इसमें चलेगी